Hello everybody. I see that while I was walking Frodo on his first of hopefully 2 walks today, Amber posted a video that could basically be titled, I need money and views. But it's officially titled, What I Ate Today Off Track, Takeout Edition Vlog. This woman is never on track. I'm instantly Maddie by this title. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to watch it anyways. Going to try to stay calm. But we know that 95% of the stuff she eats is takeout. And the rest is frozen or packaged. And she's never on track. I scanned through the comments. They're hilarious and horrible. And there are people, there was a couple people saying like, I guess she indicates something about starting tomorrow in this, and people were like, tomorrow, it's always tomorrow. She is going to run out of tomorrows sooner than later. I'm not saying she's going to just have the big one and fall over unalived, which could happen, but she's going to start experiencing some major, severe, not fun, super not cute health conditions. So, this is only 9 minutes of hell. Let's see how far we can stretch this. I don't want to make this too long. Let's just do our thing, shall we? She sped up for time, which I almost forgot. That would have been painful. And I will link her video down below. So, let's go.
Hello, welcome to a new vlog. So this vlog is going to be like a normal vlog, but I'm also going to add in here what I ate today. So this is a completely off track day because starting tomorrow, I'm getting back on track and I will show you guys what that looks like more so because it's going to be like a little bit of a series. We'll see how it goes.
Amber, you've indicated in your, what was it, the last vlog or the one before that she was off track for a couple days, but she was doing better. So like, see, she tells on her own self with the lies. And she can't afford to go off track for days and days and weeks because when she's normally just horrendous, but well, yeah, she's normally just horrendous with her eating, and the fact that she gains weight, she can't even maintain with her normal eating habits show just how much structure and outside supervision and helps this woman really needs. She needs a conservatorship at this point. She's a danger to herself, and she's not mentally competent to take care of herself.
But I figured I would show you guys like how I'm eating when I literally am not thinking about my weight whatsoever.
Amber, you never think about your weight whatsoever, because if you truly did, you would actually lose more than the token 8 to 15 pounds of water weight you fluctuate on any given weight loss challenge, which you can't see my air quotes there. Because for Amber, for her size, 15 to 18 pounds at least is easily a fluctuation, which is insane because that should put into perspective just how huge she is.
Whatsoever, like at all. I thought it would be more authentic to do that instead of just like jumping into a weight loss series because I do want you guys to see like how it looks truly.
Amber, we know what it looks like. You've done this a million times. This is just par for the course. Another day in the life of how Amberlynn eats, right? She's acting like, oh, I normally don't do this bad, but on days I really don't care, this is how I eat. You never freaking care. Ever. So miss me with that shit.
Off track for me. So we're gonna have that, and we're also gonna have just like a regular vlog. So let's get into it. All right, so I ordered food. So here is my first.
Of course you did. So another, just like I said, another normal.
So I got Five Guys actually.
We have Five Guys around here. There's one about 35 minutes from where I live. You guys know I live out in the middle of nowhere, practically. It's good. It's okay. It's nice to have every now and then, but they give you just such a huge pile of fries, and the burgers are so super greasy and like drippy and stuff like that. It's just so exponentially unhealthy, and like I think their basic burger is like a double. Like if you want a single, you have to ask for it. At least I think that's how it was when we went. But you see, this is the kind of stuff that at this point, neither of these bitches, neither Amber or Chantel, can afford to be eating. And then she's going to eat more bad stuff today. Amber, didn't you just tell us in your last vlog that you fear having a heart attack when you eat like a double cheeseburger or something? And then she said, ironically, oh, I know that's not going to happen, which no, you don't. That really is a realistic possibility at this point. But here she is in the next video, stuffing her face, stuffing that pie hole with a big ass Five Guys burger and fries, I'm sure.
So I got there a regular size.
Yeah, and like right there, that is like a huge side of fries. Those fries are probably like 500 calories. Easily, at least. Like, Amber, try to do a little bit freaking better. Get the burger, skip the fries. Would it kill you to eat something green? Some kind of vegetable. Have a salad. You know what I mean? You can... Oh, I'm talking to a brick wall. Like, I'm talking to people that are not Amber because she will never listen. You can still integrate some of the things you like for treat meals and treat days without going fully, like, off the rails. Like, don't go, no pun intended, but you don't need to go whole hog like this lol cow does.
Cajun fry, which I never finished the fries. I never finished the burger.
Amber, get the hell out of here. Like, she thinks that makes her dainty and we believe her. Amber, you don't get to be almost 600 and I believe at some point maybe closer to 700 pounder by not eating the fries, not finishing the food. We know as soon as the camera turns off, you hoover that stuff in like freaking Kirby mode.
Either, which
like you just can't. You can't make me believe otherwise. You know this bitch eats them all and then eats more. In fact, there's probably stuff hidden from the camera that we can't see, like a milkshake or something.
A regular size Cajun fry, which I never finished the fries. I never finished the burger either, which
and leaving one little piddly fry doesn't count as not finishing the fries.
Let me show you guys that. So for the cheeseburger, I got mayo.
Yep, and you see that's the standard. That's the double cheeseburger right there. And that's a huge burger. Those are big patties. So couldn't even, like, you couldn't have just got, like, skip the fries and got, like, a single burger. She had to get the double. Boy, yeah, really, really worrying about that myocardial infarction, Amber. Yeah, I can see it.
Jalapeno.
She's helping it along is what she's doing.
So that's everything that's on there. Tastes so good. And then
Amber, quit eating on camera. This is self-harm. You're violating TOS, miss. Oh, I would never break the rules. Yeah, well, I guess YouTube needs to be aware of this, girl, this whole video.
For the drink, I just got a Diet Coke. So when my Uber delivered the food, I was expecting a guy, and it was actually my original Uber driver's wife. It's because he broke his leg.
It is very, 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 very bad when you know your Uber driver's schedules and know when to expect them and know, oh, hey, you're not supposed to be here. That tells me that she is ordering out so much more than she is ever letting on. That's freaking ridiculous. That isn't, Amber, you're a joke. You are just a big giant joke at this point, but go on.
I was like, oh my god, I don't know about y'all, but I'm a 30% tipper when it's on Uber. Like, I just have that automatically set, but for some reason that made me feel really bad, so I tipped a little extra. All right, so I'm gonna eat this. I'm probably gonna watch like Grey's Anatomy or something, and then I'll show you guys.
I don't take Amber to be a good tipper, actually. I think she brags about being a good tipper, but I think she's probably actually really stingy. Like, it's your job to deliver food, you chose it, you get so many tips from everybody. And she probably says, oh, instead of tipping $10, I can get like an extra side of cheese fries for I can just see her being a shit tipper.
Guys, what I don't finish, because every time I get Five Guys, I never finish my food. Y'all, I tell you, they give you so many fries. I always just empty them in the bag, but that is all the fries I have left.
You know, those fries did not go to waste. They disappeared down the black hole that is Amber's mouth as soon as this camera was off, or maybe like within an hour or two. I would like, it'd be hard for me to finish these. When we used to get these, me and my mom, when Alaric and I moved in with my parents, occasionally we would get them because we lived real close to that Five Guys I mentioned. But But sometimes, like, me and my mom we would get one fry and we would split it, and it would be hard to finish. Like, this is something I would eat if I was having like a binge, and it would pain me to actually finish this. And sometimes, like, I couldn't, and it's like I would need to like get rid of some stuff to continue eating, because yeah, I had like ENOS that was like mainly like Mia, but there were like elements of ENOS and binge eating involved in there. But then again, people know that the Mia is definitely a binge related disorder. And I wasn't nearly as big as Amber. Amber's stomach is so big she can finish this shit. She's eaten it all.
Left. Like, it's just so.
I had plans for another video today. So, yeah, she threw me for a loop on this one.
Wasteful, but it's.
And I haven't eaten yet at all today. It's 4 o'clock exactly. I've really had to cut back on my calories. But I think I am breaking that weight loss stall I've been dealing with for 9 days now, like 8 or 9 days, I think, maybe 10. But it's not a lot of food, guys. It's not a lot of food, and I'm a little bit hangry right now, and I'm not going to lie. I like a good fry, and I would crush these things, but I shouldn't watch Amber and Foodie eat when I'm freaking hangry.
A lot, and I'm over it. And then here's how much of the burger that I've left, so I'm finished.
Sure, girl.
With this. Okay, guys, so I'm actually going to my grandma's today. I think we're going to play some cards, so I'm getting ready for that.
So that was like a lunch? Or a breakfast? That stuff is so heavy. We would get that for dinner. Oh my God. Okay.
So I have everything I need. Say hello to me from the back.
Did she just shake her butt?
Play some cards.
Rochelle,
so I'm getting ready for that. So I have everything I need. Say hello to me from the back.
She did. Amber, why is it okay for you to film your butt and you shaking it for us, but some random tries to get video of you in the wild and accidentally gets your butt in there and you talk about what a creep he is? She's a frickin'... Nobody wants to see you. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to see you shaking your shelf, Amber, except the feeders. Feeders are the only possible people that could be attracted to this. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to fat shame, but she doesn't see how not funny her situation is. Like, this is all just like one big joke for her. Like, I mean, look, she's clearly gaining weight. The filters are struggling. Her second chin is starting to creep up and take over her first chin again. Like, she's, oh, I really don't believe she's less than about 550 pounds. I don't.
Typical checks around the apartment. If you know, then you know.
Amber, quit trying to facilitate, like, push that narrative. We know you don't do that stuff.
Versace, which is my all-time favorite. It is the bright crystal.
Name dropping. Well, Versace's her favorite because she's such a high-end, highfalutin girl. You know, she loves Versace. Do you have Versace perfume? Because Amber can afford Versace. Get out of here. The name dropping and having that stuff doesn't make you any less than just like a pathetic piece of crap, Amber. You're just a big old pathetic piece of dookie.
Yeah, something about this perfume. Chef's kiss. It's also grocery shopping day, so this is...
So if it's grocery shopping day, why in the hell do we have luggage?
This is how I get my groceries back into my apartment. I actually am buying off of Amazon a specific like grocery cart for people who live in apartments because I'm tired of using my suitcase.
Now, this woman lives on the first floor that's easily accessible to the outside because she lives in an ADA apartment. That is confirmed. The farms, they do their work. They know what they're talking about. And they confirmed a long time ago, before she even admitted she was living in Oklahoma, basically that she's living in the ADA apartment in this complex. So the fact that you have to like put your food into a wheeled luggage bag to carry it in, Amber... Doesn't this like show you the desperation, the level of disability you have placed upon yourself? You can't just carry a couple grocery bags in. Jesus.
Online. I know.
Quit duck facing when you just showed us one more example of how freaking immobile you are. Sorry, Frodo's doing his thing. The neighbors are out there freaking out. But yeah, this woman should not be acting hot.
Otherwise, it takes.
And it just annoys me because she looks at herself this way and she thinks she's so sexy and hot that this is one of the reasons she's never going to change. She doesn't see anything wrong with how she looks, and looks aside, okay? Looks aside. That also means she doesn't see anything wrong with the way she lives. That she is a burden on other people. She's dependent on other people. Their lives have to revolve around her. She always takes and takes and takes more than her share of everything and never gives back. She's manipulative. She's greedy. She's selfish. She's an overconsumer. She's going to be a huge burden on the medical system and her mom or girlfriend when her health declines. She doesn't see anything wrong with that. Now, why does she have a new girlfriend? Who finds this attractive? Hi, Mama Lynn.
250.
Amber, you don't need chips and dip, and you don't need a full sugar damn soda.
And here, but coffee.
Amber, don't give that cat chips.
No.
That cackling is insulting to every witch that ever walked the face of the earth or rode a broom around it.
Mom, turn around.
Oh.
No. The red has to be on top. Is the red?
Make sure you do that job you do, Mama Lynn, where you don't use the filters. We love those shots.
On top?
Upside down? What do you mean the red has to be on top?
Okay, it's recording.
Oh, like that.
Good. Mom. Face.
Oh, there we go.
I just want to get like a
I need
B-roll,
one card.
so I'm not gonna like say
No, we
anything.
don't. I don't like this.
Oh.
I get it.
Do you think they have a special chair for Amber to sit on? I think at this point, it's probably hard for the average kitchen table chair or fold-out chair to hold her. I'm not being mean. I'm being totally honest. Because it would suck if she sat on a regular chair and it cracked and she fell and she like all that weight falling onto the ground and like straining her back, like on her backside or her tailbone or something. She could really jack herself up, or her hip or something. She needs to not fall.
I thought you know how to shuffle, Amber.
I'm editing that out. I do.
Oh, you can't show that you have some type of character flaw that you can shuffle perfect.
Mama Lynn, I know you're trying to rekindle your relationship with your daughter and stuff, but to say like, oh, you can't show that you have a flaw and that flaw be that you can't shuffle cards. Amber is a walking, talking amalgamation of flaws. One of the few things she can do right, that she does well, is shuffle cards.
Oh, my character flaw is my fat. Okay. Who's winning?
Amberlynn is.
Amberlynn!
So, what's going on here?
Oh, God, I hope at least Mama Lynn was probably drinking the zero sugar stuff.
All right, you guys. So I just went grocery shop.
This grocery shopping is shit. Those stupid little Rice-A-Roni cups, which are horrible. She has at least 2 of them. Freaking Uncrustables? Amber! That's a freaking pre-made, uncrusted peanut butter and jelly. There's like 4 or 6 of them in that, but you don't need them. You don't need that giant 20-bag family pack of Skinny Pop popcorn. Oh, there's some token cottage cheese in there. Woohoo. One healthy thing amongst a sea of shit. And Sprite. I don't know if that's the zero sugar one or not. At this point, what does it matter? Just drink the sugar, Amber. In fact, why don't you get a spoon and just eat it out of the bowl? Like, seriously. She makes me mad. And like I said, I'm hangry, and maybe I should have eaten before I watched this.
I'm probably not going to do a haul, but if you guys want to look.
There's pasta. See, there's a big box of pasta shells in there, which you don't need. Tons of empty carbs. Rice cakes, which if those were your only carbs, that wouldn't be so bad. There's some kind of meat. in there wouldn't be so bad. You know, that's actually healthy. That's probably, she's picking that up probably from Mama Lynn or something. Her token broccoli florets because she's healthy because she eats broccoli. It's probably just shit.
All of like the really healthy stuff is down below, I promise.
Amber, you have freaking boxed mashed potatoes too. She has those little cups of mashed potatoes too and rice. Amber, you don't need those. You'll binge on them. You've binged on them before. You'll eat all 4 of them. If you could have a healthy meat with maybe one of those as a side and broccoli or salad, that would be different. But you'll eat the whole thing. And of course, she's got some freaking Amy's in there.
I got a lot of produce in there. I'm not lying.
And of course, her freaking chicken sausages.
Promise. Okay, so I'm about to
Jesus, Amber.
open my suitcase. It is so freaking heavy, but it's full of grocery. And then
Amber. Oh my
I'll
God.
just lay it down. I promise you, this just makes life so much easier. And then when I'm done putting away my groceries, Rarital Gray thinks that this is her new home. So that card game you saw me playing at my grandma's house is called Crazy Bee. And that game has been in the family for, I can't even tell you how long. And every single time I tell someone about that game, they're like, what? I've never heard of it. It's very similar to Phase 10. Like, it's
How
so crazy
often do you tell people about it, Amber? You don't have any friends.
to be sitting there with my grandma, my mom, we play that game, and I just go back.
It is nice that she's spending time with her family because, like, I know broken relationships and all that, but if you can make amends at any point in your life, you know, that's good. I mean, it doesn't undo what happened in the past and stuff. And you should maybe always have a little bit of caution in the back of your mind, but it's good that she is connecting with her family because Lord knows she's going to need them. She's going to need them because they're going to outlive her.
Back, and I think to when I was 18, and we were all sitting there playing that game together, and now I'm 33 and we're doing it. Like the way that we all have changed and have grown into like better people, and we all have.
Except to you. You haven't changed. You've only gotten older and fatter and worse, actually. So, yeah.
Such good relationships together. Like, I love it. It's a beautiful thing. My mom's boyfriend was also there. So out of the 4 of us, my grandma won. Me and my grandma were neck and neck for the win, but she got it.
I mentioned in my last video that I thought he was gone because we haven't seen or heard about him at all. And then the very next video, she mentions it. You know she's watching us. I don't know if she watches me. I think I'm too small, but who knows? Maybe.
So I'm about to have 2 of these Uncrustables.
You don't need these freaking Uncrustables, Amber. You could at least make your own god dang peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. She doesn't need these. Each of these is probably like, what, 175 calories, 200 calories. And it's just empty carbohydrates and sugar. No real protein because there's minimal peanut butter in those. And she does nothing with her day. She could cook. Amber, you don't need these. I guarantee off camera she probably actually had 4 of them. I would eat 3 or 4 of these. I don't eat just one peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I want like 2 or 3. Because it's sweet and craveable. And the bread,
It's peanut butter and grape jelly sandwich. They're so good. And a sun-kissed orange, 0 sugar.
they're so good. Amber, you don't need them. Gonna say the same thing to you about it. Same thing I said about Foodie and her mukbang last night, I believe. You don't need to eat stuff that you consider, quote, so good. You need to stop eating things that you like because then you'll be less likely to want to overeat. You've enjoyed food enough. You need to go a couple years without enjoying it and just eat for purpose.
Okay, you guys. So it is time for my next meal. I got Taco Bell. I got an order of their cinnamon twists. My hair is all up in it. Cinnamon twists. I actually
Like you couldn't have skipped those. I get those for my son every now and then. We'll go and I'll get him some because he loves those. But we get Taco Bell, maybe every 4 months? I don't know. It's like not often. But you could have done without those. You know, like I said, little changes add up over time and it will build up your self-discipline, of which this woman has none. But she can't deprive herself of anything.
have not had these since I was probably like a teenager from what I can remember.
I doubt that.
So let's try one.
Stop, Amber. That's another, what is it? That's another, timestamp for Sabine.
Literally, the texture reminds me of freeze-dried candy. I got one taco. It is just
Yeah, because we know you eat that.
the nacho taco one. I don't know. It's the nacho cheese taco shell, which is what I prefer.
And truth be told, when I go there, guys, best thing on the menu, the chicken chalupa supremes. The chalupas are about 300 calories a piece. They're really not healthy, but boy, are they so good. And a couple of them will fill you up. And every now and then I like to allot them into my diet, or if I have a cheat day, I love me some Taco Bell chicken chalupas. They are delicious. But like I said, I can't eat them all the time because they are not good for you.
And then I got a black bean burrito with, I think I asked for like French fries and onion on the inside. I took
Amber, do you see what I mean? A black bean burrito, which is just carbs on carbs on carbs and bad fats. Couldn't you have gotten the onion? Why did you need to add the French fries into it? Like, if she would have skipped the French fries and skipped the twists, she probably could have saved like 250 calories or a couple hundred. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but if she did that with every takeout meal she had every day, it would probably add up to almost a pound of excess calories she saved in a week just doing that.
Go buy my food and I forgot.
And again, like I said, it's just learning self-discipline, learning to do without. Sometimes it's okay to do without things you want. Like, this woman has no self-discipline
I'm also drinking some water.
Oh, well, that undoes it all. Water.
So I don't usually get drinks when I order from Uber. I mean, I have before. It has happened.
Yes, you do, Amber. You've actually ordered only drinks, be it boba teas, which you've bragged about in recent weeks or months, and sodas and stuff like that. Starbucks. Why do you have to? She lies because she thinks we're stupid.
Happened, but it's not really something I do. It kind of just like gives me the creeps a little bit.
No, it doesn't, Amber. No, it doesn't, Amber. Just, why would it give you the creeps? Like, the Uber compared to getting it in the store, like, you're not quirky, you're not unique, this is not true, you're lying, and move on.
All right, you guys, so I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'm done eating for the night.
Sure you are, except for that midnight snack, probably, of, like, some freaking 4 cups of microwaved rice with a couple sides of microwave mashed potatoes, and I don't know, who knows what else.
And if I have anything to drink, it'll be out of this water bottle here.
Sure.
So I kind of enjoyed reading off some questions that you guys left in my comment section in my last video, so I want to do that
You mean ones that you carefully picked and chose?
again for you guys at the end of this one. It was actually Life Plus Cindy who I saw do this. I love her videos personally. I think they're just so, I don't know, something super like comforting about them. I relate to her in so many different ways. But anyways, I saw her do this at the end of her vlog, so I was like,
Amber, you don't relate to anybody. You are one of the most unrelatable people on the planet. Definitely on the platform.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna steal that from her. And I was just afraid to like,
You steal from everybody. I'm waiting for you to steal a couple ideas that I saw recently from Alex Rodriguez. I'm wondering when I'm going to see those things pop up in your videos. I'm watching. I got my eyes out open for them.
say her name in my last video because like I don't want people to go hate on her. That's just what people do and I hate it. Okay, so let's get into some of the questions. So what I do is I go to my
Well, if you like her so much and you think so highly of her, why don't you take 2 seconds to link her channel down below in the description, like a lot of us do, so that people can find her very easily. You won't do that, will you?
YouTube studio, I go to the comments and then I go to just contains questions. So anything with a question mark gets put in here. First question is, how much Delta 8 you doing over there? They actually said girly pop. How much Delta 8 you doing over there with like a laughing cry emoji?
You mean girly flop, girly slop?
Quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Amber, why are you doing all this freaking Delta 8? You don't need it. She's doing it, but I mean, if she had to take this in a pill form, she wouldn't do it. She's doing it because it's gummies, because it's candy, and because she vapes it. I think she likes this because I feel like she always has to have something near her going in and out of that mouth throughout the day, like hand to mouth, something, be it food, drinks, snacks, vape, gummies, something. Like she can't not.
Last week I stopped vaping Delta 8 for like 6 days. And I was like, you know, this girly pop kind of misses it.
Sure you did. What, was Mama Lynn not around to take you to the vape store?
Oh, I started doing it again. The purchasing of an excessive amount of journals is trolling, right? Like, what the hell, lol. No.
There's no way she writes this much. She has nothing going on in her life to write about.
It's not trolling. I just really like writing.
Unless she's writing literary classics and masterpieces like Scotty.
I like pen to paper, very old school like that. What's the
I do like that too. I like to write stuff down the good old fashioned way. I am with her on that one. But I'm also old.
point of playing bingo if you don't keep up with the numbers being called? I do.
You don't keep up with the numbers being called. We saw you in your last vlog miss one. That little one she shows herself doing. I used to go to bingo with my mom and my aunt and my grandma, and then as they died off, you know, we would go with whoever was left. Because I got to spend time with them. They were old and they were sick and they couldn't do a lot. And that was like one of the things they did for fun. And we went and we all played together, pulled all our money and had a great time. And we talked and we joked and it wasn't even about bingo. Like sometimes we would just hang out at the house, but we would go and it was fun. And that thing, my mom and my aunt, Cheryl, rest her soul. She's the aunt that passed away a couple months ago. And you guys were so wonderful with the support you gave me in that time. They were great at bingo and they would help. And that little one she shows herself playing that's really fast, that she has trouble keeping up with just 3 cards, is called a quickie, at least where we do. And where I live, they don't even call the like I or O, like the letter. They just call the number. And Amber's not ready for that yet. She only needs like 1. She was trying, 3 or 4 cards and she couldn't keep up. I was good though in my day.
What? Okay, so the last question is, Amber,
and honestly, there was a bingo we could go to on Thursday nights where we could take my son. He would go when he was little and he sat there and he was good. They said, as long as the kid's good, he can come. And he would we would buy tickets and stuff, and he liked ripping them open and stuff. And we'd let him rip them. Or if we had ones that were losers, as soon as we saw they were losers, if they were multiple, we'd give them to him and he'd just sit there and rip them off. And they'd give him a couple little we'd give him like the old bingo cards and give him daubers, and he would sit there and daub and pretending, because it was like before he was really even able to count and stuff. And we would try okay, here they said number 10 here, there's number 10, try to get number 10. That's a beat. Like we used it as kind of like a teaching thing and just to spend time with him. It was fun. My aunt and my mom adored my son. They adore their grandkids and their nieces and nephews. So it was a good time. But yeah. Today you learned, even though you didn't want to know.
Compilations of you talking about your childhood and bashing your parents. What are you talking about? You've blamed them for your problems for years. Does she think we'll forget? I actually talked to my mom about this today because a lot of people have been like, you've been bashing your parents. And I'm like, no, I haven't. And then I started
Amber, and I knew she would play on words with this. She would say, I was just sharing my experience. I'm not bashing them. She totally was bashing them. She could have said, look, my childhood was rough. I went through some stuff. There was drugs involved. I ended up in foster care, yada, yada, yada. But she went into such specifics about what a shit her mom was and how, they were worthless and they were coked out of their mind and blah, 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 blah. They were she went into detail that does cross the line into bashing. She could have gotten her point across, given us just enough information to be like, oh, okay, without going into a lot of details. And she was, in fact, bashing. But she doesn't want to look bad, and she doesn't want to piss her mom off because her mom is her only freaking ride right now. Because I don't think she's talking to Aunt Tammy. We don't hear about her. We don't see her. I think Tammy doesn't talk. I don't know. But it doesn't seem like her and Tammy are close, even though Tammy lives in the area. So her mom is her sole source of going places and her sole connection to the outside world on a physical human form. So she's trying to make sure her mom doesn't get mad.
Started feeling like, oh my gosh, have I? And that's not something I ever want to come across as doing, ever.
Except all the times you've done it over the years, tons of times, too many to count.
My mom has seen a lot of my videos, a fair share of them. And she says that everything I've ever said has just been me sharing my story and how I viewed it. I think it's crazy that when people open up about their past, people automatically assume that it's bashing. No.
I've opened up about my past and said things, Amber, and nobody's ever accused me of bashing anybody because I haven't. I speak openly. I speak honestly. I share within reason. Maybe if I ever do members and stuff like that, maybe I'll share more. But what I share, I don't necessarily do it in a bashing manner. What you do is bashing. Amber, because you're selfish and you wanted, the worse you made them look, the more sympathy you could get and the more of a victim you looked like. And you only care about yourself at the end of the day.
I'm literally just sharing who I am and why I am the way I am. I think I really...
You're a nasty, vicious bitch. I'm sorry, but you are. You're lucky your mom even gives you the time of day.
Good example of that is like my 600-pound life. They always have that scene right in the beginning of it where the person who's on the show is talking about their past and like what they went through as a child.
My 600-pound life. You mean the people on that show that are exactly like you are in many, many, many ways, including what you eat and how you eat and what your legs look like and what your skin looks like and your difficulty wiping your butt and your difficulty getting a shower. Those people that you try to disassociate from.
And sometimes they go into a lot of detail. Does that mean they're bashing? No, you're literally just sharing.
They don't do it in a bashing manner. They just speak. They share their story. They read a script a lot of the time. You bashed
Your story. Anyways, I'm gonna go though. I hope you guys
Amberlynn always having to try to save face.
enjoy this vlog and I'll see you in the next one.
I didn't enjoy this, Amber, and I believe you ate more after you turned off this camera, and I definitely believe you finished those fries and burger. Anyways, let me know what you think in this one. I'm still going to try to record my other video today that I wanted to do. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, again, another video. Please like, subscribe, comment. If you don't have a comment and you want to help me with the algorithm, stop in the comment section and leave a burger emoji. Let's leave a burger emoji today in honor of Amber's dainty portion of Five Guys. So anyways, I hope you guys like this one and I will see you in the next video. Bye.